Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for jumping on this opportunity business presentation with myself and Bree. So, my name is Beth. I've been in network marketing now for 13 years, and I've recently made a big decision to move completely out of the space that I was in and into a fresh new space, which honestly just has completely lit me up within the last few weeks of looking at this company, using the products, feeling the difference and really seeing the difference in what is around, especially specifically in the UK at the minute. This has just completely transformed my everything that I'm kind of transitioning into now. So what I wanted to do is go over the presentation slides with my business partner Bree, who was actually been in this business now, Bree, haven't you, for the last few years? Is that right?
Yeah, the last 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years, and has absolutely built an incredible business here. So Bree was the person that I'd spoken to. I'd been using the products now for over a year. I don't actually know why I've left it this long. However, we're here now, we're ready to build, and I'm very, very excited. So Bree, you take it away.
Thank you, Beth. My name is Bree, and I am in Texas in North America. And I can tell you that I looked at a lot of brands. People put products in front of Beth and I all the time, and it would
Mhm.
take a lot to get our attention. And there are some products that came out of South Korea that did $3 billion in Korea and has, just made their way to North America a couple years ago. And just in the last few months, they've made their way to the UK. So, if you didn't know this, Korea is actually considered the skincare capital of the world. In the hardest market in the entire world to compete in, this brand went number one, sold $3 billion, sold 40 million jars of their dermatology cream. And the reason is because it works. And when you're evaluating a brand and looking at, an opportunity or a product, you want to get in during pre-momentum before it's gone viral. And I can tell you that the K-beauty market is exploding. So you have the beauty industry, which is $1 trillion industry, and then you have a niche within that that is exploding, which is K-beauty. This is what
Mhm.
you want to identify as trends early on, because last year alone, I think K Beauty did about $15 billion. But what you have to realize is just in the next few years, and like the next 3 or 4 years, is going to do $187 billion annually, and it's just going to keep growing from there. So that is how fast this market is moving. For the first time ever, Korea has actually beat out France in terms of import exports. This has never happened before, that they're beating out Chanel and Lancome that have sat at the top for years. So even on social media, the hashtag Korean skincare, there's 41 billion views on TikTok. So if you are in the beauty industry, if you are, working as an affiliate marketer, you are leaving money on the table if you are not giving people what they're searching for, because right now the search for Korean skincare is up 389%. So people are actively searching for Korean skincare. Even the Kardashians, they're sitting there in next to Beverly Hills. They have access to the best of the best. But what do? Is they take a private jet over to Korea because it's better. The treatments are better. The skincare is better. And this is why they're known as the skincare capital of the world. Even Jay-Z, he has invested a huge sum of money into the K beauty culture. So here's the thing.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Can I just quickly say something in there? Just because
Yeah.
obviously, I think for me, one of the biggest reasons why I've decided to partner here is because of timing. I think there's not many opportunities that come around, specifically again in the UK European market, where you're either in a startup company or you're in a company that has been going a really, really long time with a really, really big kind of leadership already there that's got clients, that's got customers. When you find a company, and this is what really excited me, when you find a company that has the track record that this company has, the growth that it's had, but it's so new to this market. I know as a leader, I know as a business person, someone that's actually, owned salons in the past, how big this is going to be. And I don't think K Beauty here at the minute, it's huge. It's viral. Everybody wants it. Glass skin is like the biggest ever, everybody talks about having the glass skin. And I'm telling you, I've used these products, Brie, haven't I? I've been on them for a year, and I've actually sampled some of them out just to friends, family, people that I know that have got salons. And within days, they're actually sending me photos of their results, which is just absolutely crazy. But to think of like an 8-year-old company that is completely untouched in this field, you just don't, I don't think that, you're going to come across something like that. And I think for me, it was a kind of realization that if I don't grab this now, I'm going to regret not doing this in the next 12 to 18 months, because it will blow up because of how big this industry is in itself. So just wanted to pop that in there, because I think anybody watching this that is a leader, or maybe you've never done network marketing or sales before, to understand the position of where you're coming in on this now. In the next 2 years, you've got a head start of everything, which in business is going to make such a big difference. Sorry.
I could not agree more. And that is the exact mentality that I had when I heard about this in North America. I have a friend of mine who's an industry insider, and she called me and she said, Bree, there's a company that did $3 billion, and it's Korean skincare. They're new to North America. And I said, send me the products. I want to try it. And tried the products. I called her 5 days later. I said, I don't know what I'm going to do about the business yet, but I can tell you right now, I'm going to be a customer for life. And
Yeah.
because K Beauty is going viral and trending, a lot of companies are trying to piggyback on that, and they're trying to
Mhm.
capitalize on that K Beauty word. But you have to, it's so funny when I hear people throw that word around. You have to do your due diligence, because a lot of brands are not even sold, manufactured, or popular in Korea. But because of the way Western marketing is, Western cultures tend to buy more around marketing and hype, whereas in Korea, they evaluate everything by an app called Hawahe. And if a brand or ingredient doesn't get thousands of reviews, it's not going to make it in Korea. So that's why I say if this sold $3 billion in the hardest market in the world, they can compete anywhere. So I'm going to show you a 1-minute video on what this brand has done so far and why it's different.
Founded in 2018 in South Korea, Rimmon has quickly emerged as a global leader in K-beauty, with products designed to help you uncover your glow and keep it. From skincare to makeup through ICD, to body and hair care through Boda Lab, and nutrition with Lifening. Each formula is rooted in the timeless rituals of Korean beauty, carrying forward the heritage and wisdom of centuries past, backed by more than 20 patents, 52 awards, and billions in sales. Rimmon is now shared by a community of hundreds of thousands around the world. At the heart of it all is our continued commitment to reimagine products and opportunities that empower people to become the difference they seek in their world.
I mean, that just really sets the stage for what's different. And you can see, like, when you take a look at the packaging, it really sets the stage for what you're about to experience. And we'll talk about that in just a minute. But we kind of talked about some of this, how it went #1 in Korea. And it is like getting first movers advantage without the risk, because a lot of times when you partner with a startup or a new brand, you are taking a risk, because are they going to make it? Is it going to be popular? The fact that they are backed by billions of dollars, they've already proven themselves in the
Yeah.
hardest market. That takes a lot of the risk out when you're starting in the UK and Europe.
Yeah. Yeah, no, 100%. And like I said, I don't think opportunities like this come around often either. So it's definitely something that people need to take note of. I know, it was a massive risk for me to even look into something else, but as a woman, the age that I am, I'm starting to age, and I think looking and investing in my skin is something that I'm going to do anyway. And when I've found these and I've used them, the results just in my own face, but the hair care as well. I'm a hairdresser by trade, so the hair care, I'm absolutely obsessed with all of it right now. I need to buy loads of it, because everybody that I come in contact with, I'm kind of just putting it in their hands just to let them see it for themselves, because it's been pretty unbelievable, to be honest. The results just within a few days have just been incredible.
So you can see these are some of the different product lines that they have. I'm just going to tell you, why did they sell $3 billion? I'm going to tell you the story kind of behind this. Now, this is a 3-minute video that kind of explains the science and the technology behind it. I have the sound turned off, but if you want to get this video, ask the person that shared this with you for it. Just a funny, just side note, they actually hired the producers who make videos for Chanel and Dior, paid them millions of dollars to produce their content. That's why it's so incredible. But what happened was the #1 lab in Korea, it's called Ask Labs. Now, they had been researching something called tiger grass, because tigers would roll around in this because it would heal their wounds faster. And what they did is they actually developed their own strain and technology of it. They've been studying it for over 20 years. Well, they developed something called giant byungpul. And it's actually a patented species of plant. And it's really hard to get a patent on a species. It actually took them about 3 years to obtain that. Well, they found that it was rapidly healing the skin. And so from that was born the Incelderm products, which is a part of Remon. So part of the reason why you're going to see changes so quickly, because we always tell people in 5 days, you're going to see a difference. And don't take my word for it, or Beth's. Take a picture, let the camera be the judge. It will tell the story. But the reason is because it's a cosmeceutical. Cosmeceuticals can do things that regular skincare cannot do, okay? This uses a patented microfluidizing process that allows the product to penetrate to the deepest layer of skin. Most products you sit on that go on your skin, it's sitting on top. It's not really doing anything. This is going to the deepest layer, healing at the cellular level from the inside out. And then it also has peptides, NMN, which is going to stimulate your body's own ability to produce NAD and collagen and plump the skin. So it has 20 different patents on it. It's won 52 awards. And another bonus that it has is, because they are a top laboratory in Korea, they are one of 6 scientists that have access to something called energy lava water. There's only 5 locations in the world that have this. Off the coast of Korea is one of them, and it's basically seawater that's been filtered under volcanic rock for over 400,000 years. So they drill down into the earth and they extract this. Well, they actually grow the giant byungpul in it, and it's in the products. So the reason why you should care is that it has frequencies and minerals in it that you cannot even find on the earth anymore. So most products use distilled water, which is dead water. They saw a missed opportunity. They use the energy lava water, so it's giving that extra benefits to your skin. Okay, so there's 2 different product lines. Now, we're going to talk about the dermatology line. The dermatology line is the water-based one. I highly recommend starting with this because it is a cosmeceutical. Like we said, you have never used anything like this. So this is going to be very powerful for the skin. And it's also, I feel like it goes great under makeup. I feel like it's the best way to start the line. My favorite part about these products is that they're clean. They ban over 3,000 toxic chemicals from their products. And so you don't have to sacrifice your health for your beauty, which is one of the things that I really like.
Yeah, and you literally see it, can't you? Like yeah, go on. I get so excited about these products because my skin has never been so amazing.
I know. I honestly couldn't believe it. This is why I picked up the phone and called that industry insider, said, "What is this stuff? Where do I get more of it?" That's my forehead right there. I could not believe what had happened in just 5 days. And then this is my friend MJ in the middle. This was after 6 months. And if you notice, it reduced inflammation in the skin, which is the most incredible thing, because it's coming from that giant byungpul. That's what it does. So it's almost like you see people, you're like, did you get a nose job? Is your face thinner? Did you lose weight? It's actually reducing that inflammation. Her pores are gone. Her sunspots are gone. This is my husband on the right. Of course, I made him try the products as well. And this was after a week. I was shocked at how just after a week, a lot of his sunspots were gone, wrinkles were lessening. But what shocked me the most, do you see his pores? This is what I wasn't expecting. His pores are completely like the glass skin look now. And that sunspot is not there. I should take an after pic because since he's been on the products for 2 years. It also works on acne because remember, it's healing the skin from the inside out. So teens who have acne, 20-year-olds, even older women who are dealing with hormonal acne, it's completely cleared up their skin. I love this side by side of her skin in the middle because it shows the pores, the texture, the wrinkles, that kind of like dull skin look is completely
Mhm.
gone.
Yeah, I think it is the glow that I'm noticing on the people that I've tried it on, and how velvety it go. Your makeup kind of, it just looks smoother, almost like you've got a blurred primer underneath, but it's not a blurred primer. It's your skin. Honestly, the last few days, I mean, the sun has been blaring in the UK, and I've normally would have to wear some form of BB cream or concealer just because I won't leave the house with kind of dark circles. I've used these products now, like I said, for just I think it's been just over a year. And already I've noticed such a big difference, even after a few weeks of using them. But now specifically, I'm happy to leave the house with just my skincare, which has never, ever, ever been the case for me. So, I mean, it saved me so much money on not having things like Botox. It saved me so much money on things like not having to top up my makeup as often. But I just feel so much healthier. Even in the morning, I've still got that glow, whereas normally my skin would be quite dull and dry after waking up.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I mean, you've got to try it for yourself, but I think some of these photos are just absolutely incredible.
Yeah, and I don't even like to show photos of people that we don't personally know. And this woman on the left, she's Hawaiian. This was after 3 months of use. You can see on the right the dark circles. That's what Beth's talking about. The fact that it's like selling confidence to a woman because
Mm,
she would never want to leave the house without putting makeup on because of her dark circles, and now she doesn't have to. And then of
yeah.
course you can see how it works on dark skin tones as well. Now, this is one of our favorites. Now, these have been limited time offers in the UK, so you have to watch the site for when these pop back up again because they were available a couple months ago. This is the collagen melting sheet mask, and this is 100% New Zealand collagen, and it's a dry mask. The reason why you want dry is because wet masks have preservatives and ingredients in there to give it a longer shelf life, and then you're soaking that into the skin. Well, this is actually penetrating to the deepest layer, and you have a 28% reduction in wrinkles after just a few uses. So,
Wow.
this is a woman. You can see her before and after. She wanted to test out the Korean or the mask before she tried the Korean skincare. So it comes in six masks in a box. She used one every single day for 6 days, and you can see her results before she even started on the skincare. I mean, the skincare is gonna blow your mind, but these are just another enhancement with the HA and the collagen that it gives you. So it was incredible to see her results. We also
Crazy.
have a Lab line, which Beth has been testing. Do you want to talk about your experience so far?
Yeah, absolutely. So obviously, like I said, I'm a hairdresser by trade. So I've used a lot of different hair products in my career and just over the time. The shine is the biggest thing that I've noticed. So normally when I wash my hair, and I do suffer with psoriasis, especially around the hairline, normally just through kind of stressful times of the year, it will flare up and it's really quite flaky. So the softness of it, the shine that comes with it, it's so lovely to use. But styling my hair after I've used it, it's so much easier. But I think, like I said, the biggest thing and the biggest compliment that I've had is how shiny and healthy my hair looks after using it. So I use the shampoo, the conditioner, and then I use the leave-in serum as well. So all of them together have just been beautiful on my hair. My daughter's actually decided that she's going to start pinching it. So yeah.
Well, and just an extra bonus for that is this is actually a patented hair care line. So they actually discovered an ingredient called loliolide. They were studying desert algae. They were trying to figure out how algae could survive in the desert. Found this ingredient loliolide that was actually strengthening the hair follicle and growing in hair. So they have clinical trials that they've done in Korea, how this grows in hair. This is after just about 3 to 4 weeks, you can start to see that hair growth coming in. And I always think of it like skincare for your scalp because it's healing the scalp, it's allowing those follicles to come through. It's pretty amazing. You just have to try it for yourself. So okay, one of the things that blew me away is not only do they believe in having the best products, but they also believe in first-class marketing. You can see this is just an example of one of the ads that they have in Korea. His name is Won Bin, and he's like the Brad Pitt of Korea. He's the #1 actor there. And this is, I mean, for me, this looks like a YSL commercial, a Versace ad, but this is what they really believe in is first-class marketing. So this is what we can expect to see as we grow around the world. Now they've also, if you notice the packaging on here, it really sets the stage for what you're about to experience with the products. And that's because they hired a company called Pentagram. It's the #1 marketing and branding firm in the world, and it's out of New York, who've worked with all these brands here, as well as Riemann. So they've also hired Frederic Bertin. He's the #1 fragrance formulator in the world that formulates fragrances for brands like Tom Ford, LVMH, and he's also working with Riemann to develop their own signature fragrance.
Wow.
So let's talk about if you can make money. Yes, you can. So what happens is a lot of people use the skincare and then they start getting compliments and people are like, did you have something different done? Did you get Botox? Like what makeup are you using? And so if you want to share a link anytime somebody's asking you about your skin, you can actually make any up to 54% on commissions. There's 6 different ways that we get paid. What's really interesting is, you know, it's 15 pounds to just partner with the company and create an account, and that's it. That's, you know, for the whole year. And they don't require any sort of subscriptions or auto shipments, which is nice. And your volume actually rolls over to help you towards rank advancement if you're thinking about earning some extra money back on that. They also have check matches. So like if you tell somebody about this and they, you know, take off with it and having fun and sharing their links, you can actually make 40% of their paycheck, you know, 20% of others, 10% of others. So it kind of goes down you can see the different percentages there. And then this is really the man behind Ask Labs. So we kind of talked about how that's the #1 lab in Korea. His name is Chairman An. He's the owner of the company and the product formulator. And just to tell you a little bit about him, he's a billionaire that drives a Hyundai. And the reason why I tell you that is because he is not doing this for the money. He is doing this because this is his legacy. He wants to bring luxury skincare to the everyday woman because I'm telling you right now, this is their dermatology cream that sold 40 million jars in Korea. When we have dermatologists, estheticians, med spas that try this, they expect this to cost $300 to $400 US for what it does. They are shocked when they find out what the price is. And they cannot, and what is it in the UK? I know it's $66 US.
I'm not quite sure.
It's less than that in the UK. Okay, it's around 60 pounds in the UK. And it's shocking to me because I would literally pay several $100s for what this does. And he could have priced it at that. This could have been sitting on a med spa shelf. This could have been sitting in Harrods or a high-end department store. But he wanted to bring luxury skincare to the everyday person. That's why it's priced like it is. And these are the smart farms. So everything is grown indoors in a smart farm environment. I've actually been to Korea twice, and I've walked through the farms. You can actually eat the plants, and it's really amazing seeing the technology behind it. Let me show you this quick 1-minute video.
Jeju Island, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, shaped by fire and softened by time. Its volcanic soil and pure waters make it the perfect home for giant Byungpool. Yet its shifting seasons demanded innovation. That's why we built Riemann Farm, ensuring year-round growth and consistency. Riemann Farm spans more than 160,000 square feet, home to the world's first smart farm, dedicated to centella cultivation. Here, precision horticulture controls every element: light, humidity, nutrients, ensuring each plant grows with consistent potency and purity 365 days a year. Through vertical integration, Riemann guarantees the same standard of care in every batch.
이러한 운영 관리 시스템은 제가 약속을 지켜내기 위한 리만만의 방식입니다. 원료에서부터 제품 개발의 모든 과정, 고객의 제품 경험까지 한결같은 정성과 품질을 전하는 것이 고객에 대한 진정한 존중이라 믿기 때문입니다.
So I don't know if you heard on there, he talked about vertical integration, and what that means is that they own every step of the process from seed to face. And so when we pulled up here, so we actually went and visited this, which is their Jeju Island campus, and we saw the scale that this is, and we learned about how they're vertically integrated, where they own the land, they own the labs, they own the patents, they own the smart farm technology, they even own the bottling facility that makes the bottles that the products come in. And the reason why they do that is because that allows them more money to put into research and development and marketing and commissions, back to us that partner with the company. And it was in this moment when I saw this that I realized this is bigger than network marketing, you guys. I am shocked that this is even in this industry, to be honest with you. And I wanted to know why when I was there. Why did he choose this industry? And what I found out is that in Korea, affiliate marketing is very respected and it's treated like a profession, and they take it very seriously. And so he has worked in direct selling in his 20s, and he knew that he wanted to partner with this industry. But I'm telling you right now, if this had been discovered anywhere else in the world, this would be sitting on a high-end, department store shelf or med spa shelf somewhere. So, okay, this is the Riemann Village. This is a resort that the owner built for us. You guys, this doesn't happen. This is on Jeju Island. I've been here a couple times. This is me down in the corner picture. And we actually got to stay at these. When you stay at these villas, you walk in, it's smart farm technology. You walk in, the floors are heated. You press a button and the refrigerator opens. You put your clothes in the closet and the closet steams your clothes. It is so fascinating. It is a 5-star trip. They take you around the island. You experience the heritage and the culture. You tour the smart farms. You learn about the Jeju Energy Lava Water, and they also have built a spa, so you actually bathe in that energy lava water, and it's so healing. So I can't wait for you guys to experience Riemann Village when you go. This is just a quick few-second video that explains it.
Within Riemann Village, every space tells a story. The Lava Pyeongpul Spa draws from mineral-rich Jeju lava energy water, a place of renewal and calm. Villas are designed as living brand experiences where rituals unfold naturally through every detail.
이곳은 단순한 목적지가 아닙니다. 우리의 여정에 함께했던 모든 사람들을 기념하는 곳입니다.
So if you're wondering where we're at right now, these are the countries we're in right now, and they are moving very, very quickly. They actually expect to be in over 50 countries just in the next 5 years. They are opening up Europe very rapidly. Don't worry if you don't see your country on here, you actually still can get enrolled. And we do that through Hong Kong. You're able to get a spot in the system. You're able to get paid out through the system, but it allows you to pre-enroll before your country is actually open. So you can talk to the person that invited you about how that works so that we can show you what that would look like. But this is really where we're going to be in the next 5 years. We're going to be all over the globe with the #1 K-beauty brand. So I want to thank you so much for hanging out with us for a few minutes and learning more about this brand. And Beth, any closing words?
No, just I think if you've watched this and even an ounce of you has thought, oh my gosh, this looks incredible. Please do what I did and don't hold back. Just speak to somebody, get as much information, try the products. I think as soon as you get this on your skin, you will understand everything that we've just said. Now, obviously, throughout this call, you've noticed that I'm very new to this. Like, this is something that I have recently partnered with. I have waited way too long to even make this decision, if I'm being totally honest. But I think just in the last 48 hours, just everything about this is just, it's lighting a fire inside of me that I just cannot wait to get these products in people's hands, build this out throughout the UK and Europe, blow this up, and just, yeah, it's just so exciting. And like I said at the beginning of this, the timing is everything. So like I said, even if an ounce of you is like, this looks exciting, but I can't do it, believe me, just speak to somebody who will be able to help you every step of the way. And I think if you're in at the right time with this at the very, very beginning, your few years, it's just going to be absolutely amazing. So thank you so much, Brie, for doing this. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. I heard something that I'll never forget, that timing is to direct sales like location is to real estate. And
Yeah,
timing doesn't last long. And so when you find something that has, the potential to be the next legacy billion-dollar direct selling company, you grab it and hold on and don't let go. So thank you,
yeah.
everyone, and get
Thank
back to
you.
the person that invited you if you have any questions.